So the third principle is organization. Organization. The first one is origination, the second is ordination, and the last one is organization. This one is focused on where you are. It is about your location. It will control the kind of vision or the way you will see yourself if care is not taken. By location, there will be distinction and there will be descriptions. And a lot of people have changed the trajectory of their life just by it. If you have ever heard a situation where somebody will say, I have so many things working for me, it was as though the moment I moved to this place, everything came crashing. Not be your village people follow you. You did not interpret the first two principles into the capacity that you are in. So I went to another place because I am called. If you like, go to 10 places. If you like, start your ministry over and over again. It is what you have in your ordination that will still come forth. So it doesn't matter the season of life. It doesn't matter the place where I'm living. It doesn't matter the kind of people that I'm meeting per time or the kind of car that I'm riding. It is not a function of the fact that I'm living in Nigeria. If you uproot me from here and put me into America, I will only need to interpret my ordination in that location, but it doesn't change. This is the reason why if you are indisciplined in running your business, no matter how much capital you have, you will ruin it. So if you like, start 10 times, you will ruin it. If you do not operate the principles that should work within business, if you cannot interpret your own ordination, that is your own idea, following principles that guide the sector and the industry that you are working in, you will continue to fail woefully, and it is not a village person that is doing you. Nobody, they follow you, now you, they follow yourself. So this is the last part of getting the vision right. You must understand the principle of organization. It talks about a location, and that location is not necessarily geographical. As a matter of fact, it has a whole lot more to do with your capacity than the place where you sleep and lay your head. So you see why first and second matters. Because if you have gotten those two right, you see this third part, what you need to do is interpret it here. Because this is what will distinguish you. Now, if I try to be like Brother Bayo, something will be missing. There is already a Brother Bayo. I am a Sheun. I'm a Pastor Sheun. So my position will be vacant. And I will be disrupting and disturbing Brother Bayo in his own position. So if you leave your own position and you go and meet somebody else because you're admiring their own, two things have happened. You have left yours vacant. It means that everybody that is sent towards your position will meet vacancy. And this is why there is a groaning on earth, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. This is what it means. Now, it's not only that. You will now be a catastrophe to another generation because you have gone to go and merge where you are not found. Then you now start having contention. You start battling somebody that you shouldn't be battling. You start having fights. You start having emotional battles. Things that you shouldn't be dealing with. Things that will waste your time. Things that can make you lose the importance and the essence of your year. So you must get this third principle right. Organization. It has to do with your location. Your location is your capacity, your positioning. It distinguishes you. It separates you from thousands. It's how we are able to describe you. And you are the one that must interpret your identity and ordination in this particular principle. So I want to read Genesis chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. But I am going to paraphrase. I would like you to write it down so that we can pray. Genesis chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. What happened is that Eve was walking, taking a stroll in the garden eastward of Eden. She found this particular slimy stuff, serpent, crawling towards her and saying, hey, wouldn't you like this fruit? He said, oh, I can't have it. He said, but why can't you have it? He said, because God said we cannot have it. Because he said we cannot have it. And then the serpent said, oh, come off it. He didn't want you to be better. He didn't want you to be strong. He didn't want you to know things. Remember identity. Eve lost her identity. But I'm going to verse 8 to 10. What happened is that by the time God came, because you know the story, so go and read from verse 1. By the time God came, something interesting happened. God that is all seeing said, Adam, where are you? Oh my God. When you leave your position, God is looking for you. when you cannot be defined and distinguished by the interpretation of your ordination into your capacity, God is looking for you. He's not saying that, why haven't you become a Dangote? Why haven't you become a... Why haven't you... No. You see, in that same place where you are, whether you're managing one office, you are managing just one business idea, or you are serving just one person, in that place, if you are not functioning in that capacity, daily interpreting your ordination into that fold, God is looking for you. When God said, I'm looking to and fro for a man that will pray, what do you think He meant? It's because the laborers are, the harvest is plenty, the laborers are few. The people that are standing in the gap, they are few. Is it that there are no men? They are men. Is it that there are no believers? They are believers. Is it that God does not have children? He has children. But He's looking for people that will be in their position. He said, where are you? Can you imagine? Adam said he's hiding from God that is omnipresent. He said, I hid myself from you. And this is another interesting thing I found. He said, I hid myself from you because I am naked. God said, who told you? And that should take you back to the instruction that I said in part 2. Who told you? Who spoke to you? So if you are not interpreting it well, what you should continue to work on are the instructions for your life. He's not changing your geographical location. Because if you like, travel around the world, you will continue to manifest a faulty instruction. I like a Yoruba adage. He says, that if you drop a knife 1,000 times, 200 times, it will still be falling flat. So you see, this organization is a place of your own work. But this is the place where people rush to. The masses rush to this part at the beginning of the year. I can bet you there are some people right now that are beefing other people and saying that, why are you at Wolfbeck? Why are you going to the camp? You are wasting your time praying. Let me tell you, if you have gotten it right in December, you can play in January. Even if you got it right last year, November, play in January because you have your instructions right. But if you have not yet gotten it, my dear, do not play. If you don't get it in January, if it is in February that you got it, that is the time your year is starting. This is the most important thing for you. Because when you get it right, this is where your work is. So you wake up in the morning of January 1st, you say, this year I am going to be, this year. And even some of you will just carry and lift up someone else's affirmation and confession and begin to call it on your head without knowing the depth of the ordination behind it. And you are just talking. Otherwise, many of you have confessed. I know because me too have been there. You confess sometimes. Is that how you work? It didn't work for you like that. No, be so you work. You see what you call suddenly doesn't just happen suddenly because God is never caught unawares. He said things at His own time. Nobody you go tell God what He go do. You are the one to listen and find out. It is out of what He has done that you will search out and then you will begin to work on. That you will begin to proclaim. So when you have gotten the first two right, you can do your work in organization. You can now say, Oluwa Sheun. Ignite Power Conference was held in January. Because Ignite Power Conference was held in January, you have assignments that you are yet to deliver to your clients at also a company. You better get it done in December. So that when January comes, you will not be giving excuses. Oluwa Sheun, you know that Ignite will make you travel. So as you are traveling, you will be moving up and down a lot. How are you going to handle your diet? How are you going to sleep well? Listen, guys, I operate a different timetable for sleep in January. Some people that work with me at Diva by Design Resource Company know that I operate a different timetable also, even with my work. Because I know this is my ordination. Now, let me tell you, before you say, it's because you are pastor. No, this is my assignment. This is as though I am working any work. Come February, if you call me and say, there is something that you said that Ignite, I don't understand, I will refer you to recordings. I will refer you to chat. You know why? I have moved. By my own interpretation and my capacity, I cannot be serving you at that time. You will be disrupting my own life. You will go back and study it. So do you see what organization is? But I can't do this if I have not put myself, like right now, what I'm doing now, I immediately saw it that, okay, you know what? If I decide to give 3 principles in one session, I will have to rush it too much and people might not get it. And Ignite is about charging you. Ignite, just like it says, is about charging you. You are the one to go on fire on your own and pray. So beyond the time I'll spend with you praying, I must leave a fire inside of you that will keep burning when you go. So it's more important that I pass across the message than I start doing spiritual gymnastics. But guess what? We have a time within Ignite schedule where all we do, yes, is spiritual gymnastics. Evening flow, don't miss it. Morning flow, don't miss it. You will get it. Even afternoon flow, don't miss it. They have their position. But you must operate within the schedules that have been given. So I had to upgrade. Now, some of the upgrades that you see now, as at this time last year, there is no way I'm going to say I'm uploading sessions in between my sessions. I'm uploading to YouTube. A lot of things happened in between last year and now that helped me to interpret my ordination such that I can now meet and reach more people at the same time, in the same day, while I'm attending a conference. Now, if you decide you want to be a pastor, you can. If our ordination seems similar, you can. But you will not be able to operate at my frequency until you have gone through the same things I've gone through in interpreting my own organization, in interpreting into my own capacity. You won't be able to get the same results with me. The difference between you and the next person is their ability to interpret, is this principle of organization. And you must get it right, because when you don't get it, God can't see you. So you see all of those confessions you are making, you are just making the confessions. It's not God that is unfaithful. It's not your pastor that did not hear well. No, it's not that the word that they called in your church does not make sense. No. It is because you are getting this principle wrong. God is ready to do it. But can my capacity carry it? Will I be able to accept it? Will I be able to receive it? Will I be able to grab it? God is not a God of scarcity. He's not the God of maintenance. He's not the one that is doing management. We are the one that need to learn management. Because he gave us the beach. But if we do not let things be, put in boundaries, the way God has put it from the beginning, he has shown us the principle that we should work in, and that's what I'm showing you now. He said either so, the water will be here, the land will be here. So some people sometime years ago, they went to go and start building in the place where water should be. What happened? They got flooded. And that's exactly what happens. So if you take in upon yourself the word that you are not willing to put in the discipline for, God will answer you. But may it not turn out to become something that you now say that something happened to you and that God did not hear you. I don't want to give examples. What do you want? He asked, as far as your eyes can see. When he was going to make him father of many nations, he had to show him, can you see how this is? Can you see this? Now when he saw that, he was able to prepare for his own house. He was able to tell his own servants and say, listen, this child is not just any child. Generations are coming from this child. There is a promise upon this child. He must not marry from this particular tribe. Oh, promise me before I die. It was that important to him. That is you dividing the word of your promise in truth, that you will not be ashamed. That is you dividing your ordination in capacity so that you will not be ashamed. Now, if you move this step, I'll stop here. I said wherever you are, you can interpret it into that capacity. Now, the capacity that you are this year, even when you catch a vision that is beyond your capacity right now, you know what? Start from where you are. Because just like I told you earlier, what I have been able to achieve in this 1 week, in fact, I couldn't have dared it last year. I couldn't have dared it 2 years ago, but I had seen it. And as I am right now, interpreting this right now, I have seen the one that must happen in the next 2 years. And it is informing how I'm tuning up my discipline. I changed my exercise regimen this year because I must meet up with the version 2026 of Oluwaseun that God has sent for me. And I can do that because I have seen the vision and I am seeing the right one, so I can interpret it. Let us pray.